I had a woman reach out to me not too long ago, and she asked me if we could have coffee together. So we were having this conversation, and she said, "You always seem so happy. How do you do it? How do you always seem so happy? And are you really that happy all the time?" And I said, there is so much that we can be thankful for, so much that we can be happy about, but yet there's so much that we can not be happy about. The choice is ours. I'm fond of saying life is all about choices, right? So, we were having this conversation and she's like, really? She's like, because, you just always seem so happy, but I kind of feel like it's not real. And I said, okay, so what makes you think it's not real? Because let me tell you, there are so many things to be happy about. You can be happy that you woke up that morning. You can be happy that, everything's working in your body. You can be happy, when it's raining. You can be happy when the sun is out. There's so many things that we can be happy about because being happy is a choice. But I also know that when you are continually triggered by a past trauma, something that's happened in your past, a memory that keeps reoccurring for you, and you're triggered in some way, and when you remember that memory of that event, and all of a sudden you feel that negativity within you, that negativity can be equally catching. It can be something that just grabs a hold of you and you may not even realize it. And all of a sudden you're spiraling downward because that feeling is what's driving you. I always enjoy reminding people that wherever you're going in life, your feelings are driving the bus of your life, right? They're taking you wherever you're going. So if you're having a really awesome day, your feelings are taking you into your awesome day. If you're having a really crappy day, your feelings are taking you into that crappy day as well. Now, why is this? Well, it's because that's what the law of attraction is all about. We are energetic beings. Everything is energy. And we vibrate, and depending on whether we're vibrating negatively or positively will dictate, how our life is going, what we're creating in the now. Now, the thing is, our mind does not know the difference between something that's happening right this minute and something we're remembering. So if you're remembering a past event, something that happened that was a very negative experience, and I always use the word negative and positive because there is no right or wrong, there is no good or bad, there's only what you believe about it and what you believe to be true and how you feel about it. So this is why I'm always saying positive or negative, because we can get so lost in our language and the words that we choose. And so, whether you're feeling positive or negative is a choice. Now, you might say to me, Nancy, that's not true because, if you knew what happened to me, and this is why I absolutely love this work that I do. I don't even call it work. This joy of sharing my message, this opportunity for me to share with people that it doesn't matter what happened to you. What matters is what you do with what happened to you. Yes, I understand. I may not have experienced the exact same thing that another person experienced, but I know through my own experiences what it can feel like to really feel bad about yourself, to really feel negative about yourself, to really feel shameful, to feel guilty, to feel like you have no self-worth. When I was a little girl, my father used to strip me naked in front of our family, and he would beat me with a fiberglass fishing rod. Now, my little girl self, who I was at that age, I had no idea what was going on. I just thought that I was bad, that I couldn't listen, that I didn't have the capability of doing what I was told. And so when I would go to my room afterwards and I would sit and I would cry and I would think about, oh my gosh, why can't I be better? Why can't I be better? Why can't I be better? Well, it's because, children only know what they know based on how they see the world. So we don't have an understanding of sex addiction, sex abuse. We don't have an understanding of domestic violence. We don't have an understanding of that. All we know is that we want to be good, I'm putting that in air quotes, good children, so that our parents will be happy with us and we can live a happy life. That's what we want, right? We want to feel loved. We want to feel joy. We want to laugh. We want to have fun with our life. But when there's something going on that you feel is beyond your control, and no matter how hard you try, it just keeps happening over and over, and you think, oh my gosh. See, here's the thing. What we believe as adults started in childhood. Everything you believe to be true started when you were a child, between the ages of birth to about 8 to 12 years of age, depending on how you matured. That's when you created your beliefs. So if you take me as an example, one of my beliefs was like, I'm worthless, man. I can't follow directions. Obviously, no matter what I do, I'm going to be punished for it. It doesn't make sense to me. So you take that mindset and you bring it into an adult's life, and someone who's afraid to make a decision because they're afraid they're going to be wrong. You could do one of two things. You could be really meek and not ever stand up for yourself. You could be afraid to, speak in public. There could be so many fears that come from that. But for me, it was different because I knew from the time I was 14 years old that I was going to stand in front of people and I was going to share a message that would inspire and motivate them based on the story that I shared, based on the information that I share. And this is my happy space. This is my reason for getting up every single day. So as I was sharing this information with this woman, she was looking at me and she's like, but I don't understand it, I hear your story, and sometimes I just don't know what to do with the information that I hear from you, because I feel like there are things that happen to me as well, but it's not as bad as what you went through. So I kind of feel like I don't even really have a right to talk about it. Here's the thing. Trauma is trauma. If it's triggering you today, that is your opportunity to heal it and move forward with it. So if it's keeping you from being happy, if it's keeping you from loving life, if it's keeping you from having fulfilling relationships, if it's weighing you down in mind, body, and spirit, this is your opportunity to heal it, to bless it, and to move forward, and to create a new future. Create a future from this healing, not continuing to create your future from the past trauma. Because once you learn to heal from this, it's not going to keep coming up for you. Until you can share your story, whatever it is that you're being triggered about, without crying, without a negative emotion, you have not healed from it. So is it any wonder? Well, yes, I'm happy. Yes, I'm freaking happy. I'm happy because I know what it feels like to have that heaviness, that weight of not loving your life. I'm in my happy space. I love my life. I love the work that I do. I love the people that I meet. I love the opportunities that I have. I love my home. I love. I know I sound like yes, but that is how I feel. So if you're standing there or sitting there and you're saying, wow, I don't know, is she for real? Hey, that's up to you, believe it or don't believe it. But I can tell you, I know what it feels like to be pulled down in mind, body, and soul with that heavy weight, that burden of negativity, that burden of being constantly triggered and feeling like there's something wrong with you, or like that you don't matter, or you have to kind of follow the direction of what all these people are telling you, otherwise things aren't going to go well. And we follow the advice of other people because we don't have that conviction of who we are inside of us. We have that, we're choosing from fear. So we have so many entrepreneurs out there right now, and they're trying to get involved with different groups and saying, oh, I need to follow this, and oh, okay, that didn't work, so now I need to go do this, and you're spending money after time and following all these people when you don't even really know if they're walking their talk. And the reason that you're doing that is because you're looking for that happiness. You're looking for that positive feeling that you want to feel. It's like you're standing in the darkness and you can kind of see the light way out there somewhere, and you're walking towards that light because you want to be in that light. You want to feel what it feels like to wake up happy, to wake up joyful, to wake up healed, and not continue to be triggered by the events of your past. If this is something that you're looking for, I can tell you with certainty that it's possible. And how do I know it's possible? Because I'm living proof. I'm living proof. Now, does that mean that there's never going to be a negative experience in my life? No, absolutely not. But I can tell you that we tell ourselves these stories every day, right? We tell ourselves why we're not good enough, smart enough, educated enough, or whatever it is that we're telling ourselves. But we have to go beyond that story. We have to learn to be able to say, oh, okay, that's the story that I've been telling myself, and that's gotten me where I am right now. So how do I go beyond that story? And it can start with simply finding a happy thought. I love reminding people to have a happy list. Think of a happy thought. All you need to do is hold on to something that makes you feel happy for 16 seconds. Feel it for 16 seconds. And then if you can stretch it out for another 16 seconds and another 16 seconds. And here's the good news. It doesn't even have to be about the thing you want to feel good about. Because let's face it, when you're feeling really negative, when you're being triggered, when you're feeling fear, that is not the time for you to say, okay, wait, I want to change this. Because you can't go from 0 to hero. I mean, it's like, being the captain of the cruise ship and saying, okay, we're going north. I'm going to snap my fingers and go south. It doesn't work that way. It's just a gradual, turning of the ship. And this is what we want to do. We want to shift our feelings. So if you're feeling negative, if you're feeling not good about yourself, if you're feeling that you don't matter or that you're not heard, or if you tend to see the same habits and patterns, in your relationships or in your health or in your finances, this is an indication that you have the opportunity to heal from this. You can do this, but the choice has to be yours. So yes, I can with all confidence have that conversation with that woman and say, yeah, I am happy. Now, does that mean that, I'm never going to experience something negative? No, absolutely not. First of all, there are people in my life, and depending on what their life is like and what's going on with them. But there again, you have the opportunity to be pulled into their drama or to stand in your own awesomeness. I'm going to call it your own awesomeness, because it matters how you feel. And here is what I'm going to tell you, that this is why I so selfishly do this work. Because did you know that every person that can raise their vibrational energy, go from feeling not, really, really negative to maybe shifting and coming up and feeling a little more positive, do you know that affects the collaborative, that affects the whole, that affects everything? So yes, I want to share this. In fact, I'm so proud that I'm able to share this. I promise you, if you're feeling like your life doesn't matter, if you're feeling triggered, if you're wondering, like, how do I stop being triggered by this? Or you're telling yourself that, yes, but that happened and nothing's going to make that have not happened. Because, again, it's not about what happened. It's about what you do with what happened. And you can continue to be triggered. You can continue to hold on to that. You can continue to identify with who you are based on what happened. Or you can say, you know what? Nuts to that noise. I am going to heal that, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to live my life every day, waking up happy and wanting to enjoy life and have fun. Because I promise you, you can do this. This is what you're here for. This is what we were born to do. So if any of this is something that you've been working on, or something that you are being pulled to, and here's a clue. You are being pulled to it, or you would not have attracted this video into your life. That's just it. Now, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But you might have to hear something 3, 4, 5, 100, 50, 500 times. 30 years. It doesn't matter. It matters when you're ready. When you are ready. Because teachers appear in all shapes, forms, sizes, genres. The teacher is there. Maybe it's a book that you're going to read, a movie you're going to watch. Maybe it's a song you'll hear. Maybe it's something someone will say. Maybe it's watching this video. But I promise you, you are always, always being supported by the universe. You matter. You really do. And if you have any questions on this, please visit my website at masteringyourbeliefs.com. Get the free download. Get started somewhere, because if you attracted this video, it's because you're looking for answers. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.